So as a person who works from home with my own business, what's really important to do is to actually, I guess, have a plan of how you're going to look after your well-being and not just sort of leave it to chance. Firstly, I make sure I have an ability to sort of switch off, and the way I achieve that is by having a separate place where I work, which I'm sat in front of now, and then in all but the rarest of circumstances, this is where I work if I'm working from home. And when I leave this office room, I sort of know, right, I can switch off for a bit. Even if it's just going downstairs to make lunch or something, you have that ability to sort of walk away from it a little bit, and I think that really helps. Other things I do is I always make sure I exercise a lot, so I go to the gym, maybe 5 or 6 times a week, and I go to a really sociable gym where you meet a lot of different people. One of the risks of working from home is that you wind up basically not, I guess you just spend your time sort of, by yourself, and you can become quite lonely and it can be quite solitary. Whereas if you make sure you go out and do sociable things, whether that's a sports club you play for, or you go out and play golf with your friends, or anything, just go for walks with friends or something like that. That really helps too. And then the other thing is the sort of like eating right, and making sure that you make healthy choices in that regard too. I think if you can get those things down, it will really help with regards to well-being, and that's what I've found has been my recipe for success there. So the benefits of trying to, I guess, maintain a high level of well-being, firstly I see it reflected in the work I do. I'm a lot more energetic. I think the output of what I create for my customers is better. I've worked from home for a while now, in various roles where I've been back in the office and doing all sorts of different things, but I first started working from home in a job I had back in 2014, and if I compare that sort of stint of working from home from what I experience now, what I find is that back in 2014 I really didn't do a very good job at looking after my well-being. I sat with my laptop on in the lounge. I had TV running in the background. I'd always have a snack next to me, bag of chips or a sandwich, a glass of Coke that I'd gone and got from the dairy down the road, and my well-being suffered a lot, because I also spent all day in front of the computer. I'd get up in the morning, go on Facebook, read the news, then start working, then just go on the computer again at night. And yeah, my well-being really suffered from that, and what I found is I was unenergetic, and I got quite I guess depressed with what I was doing, and I really had to make a break from that. I've learned from those experiences now, and this time around, really taking meaningful steps that I know will work to keep my well-being up, and it's really working, so it's great to see.